What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this week's video. I've started my Monday, as I always do, with a boxing session in the park, and then I've got back to my computer here for the morning to get on with my usual Monday tasks. The main thing that I try and do on a Monday is consolidate, reconcile all my transactions for my accounts from the previous week. That might be something that is worth speaking about, as I know there is a lot of people who are freelance or looking to go freelance. So getting on top of your accounts can seem like a daunting prospect. I say that from experience, and it's something that took me longer than it should have to get on top of. Nowadays I use an accounting software called Xero, and I use an accountant who also has access to my accounts, so we can discuss transactions and file them appropriately. And then when it comes to filing my tax and VAT returns, he has all the access and he can just file them, send me the sheets, and I can sign them off, so that's totally fine. Usually when you're just starting out, your accounts aren't too complicated, so it is totally possible for you to just do them on your own. And really, you'll know when you feel like you need a bit of help from an accountant when things are getting a bit too complicated and taking up a bit too much time. So my main tip for this would be to use a spreadsheet. So yeah, then the next step that I took was using accounting software like Xero or QuickBooks, or there's a million different other ones out there. Xero was recommended to me, so that's just the one I went with. I do this every Monday because otherwise I will fall miles behind and I will have hundreds of transactions that I need to reconcile when it comes to filing my taxes, and it will take hours and hours. Whereas if on a Monday morning I just open Xero and I take half an hour max usually to reconcile the previous week's transactions, I'll make sure everything is in order, and it's going to save me a massive headache. It needn't be intimidating. I know that a lot of people find it difficult to talk about money or look at accounts. I am massively one of those people, but I'm definitely in a place where I've got that stuff sorted now, so it's a total weight off my mind. So that's what I do on Mondays. I've obviously been talking long because the screen has gone to sleep there. That's what I do on Mondays. I've also got a bunch of photo editing to do. I recently shot some stuff with one of the new faces at W Model Management. We shot a commission in the morning, and then we shot some like headshots, simple headshots in the afternoon, and I need to get those retouched and get them back to the agency because they are long overdue, and I've had too many distractions in the last few weeks. It's going to be a busy week, so I'm going to crack on with the editing here, and I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Hello my friends, welcome to Tuesday. We're in the car because we are going to Pro Centre. If you're not familiar with Pro Centre, it's basically a brilliant camera equipment sales and rental shop in East London, in Shoreditch. So we're going to drive along there because tomorrow I am shooting with my lovely partner Helen. She is doing a rebrand. She is also launching her own online fitness platform, so we are going to do a very professional job on her pictures and video tomorrow. So I need to go to Pro Centre to pick up a colorama. I'm also going to have a look and see if they've got any C stands. Also did CrossFit this morning, Tuesday morning, 7 AM class. The class was it was a great class. I love all the classes. I mean, it's always the way to say it was horrendous, and it was difficult, but not so bad. I'll pop the workout up here for anyone who's interested in CrossFit. I didn't do the handstand push-ups, I did pike push-ups. I can do handstand push-ups, but I reckon if I had tried them in that workout, I'd probably still be there. But anyway, there we go. Still loving CrossFit, still having smoothies in the morning. Let's get to Pro Centre and look at some fancy shiny camera things. Okay, what's happening everyone? Back from Pro Centre. Got the usual customer service. I don't know what it is about photography shops, but a lot of the time you just are made to feel like a inconvenience, but they were super busy, so I will give them the benefit of the doubt. But here we go, a little unboxing of a C stand. So we've got a couple of C stands, long overdue, and we have a C stand. Ta-da! And there you go, this is quite wide-legged one, but that is good, extra safety. So, C-stands, multitude of uses, not the most enthralling content, you know, it's a stand, so it's not gonna you know, change the world or make me go viral, but there we go. It might be useful to you guys. If you are used to using your bog standard photography stands, check out C stands and what they can do for you. I've also got a 3-foot beauty dish, the OCF Pro Photo beauty dish. So let's put that together and see how that looks. Okay, cool. I've just stuck a Pro Photo B10 on the C stand here, and we have our OCF speed ring. The OCF range is made for the smaller heads which have this flat surface. So with Pro Photo's Pro heads and their older models, usually you've got a big bulb that comes out here, and where that bulb sits in relation to your modifier affects the spread of the light. The great thing about Pro Photo's speed rings here, which the softbox is attached to, is they've got loads of little color coded bits. So if you're attaching a different reflector or modifier to a different speed ring, you just go by the colors, and it should be fairly easy. We are laughing. This is actually the first time I've used the OCF modifiers. Okay, so check this out, 3-foot octabox. Now they do a 2 and a 3-foot, and I opted for the 3 just to get a bigger spread of light. I think the 2-foot might have been too narrow if I was out and about doing environmental portraits, but how is that for a setup? Pro Photo B10 on a C stand with the 3-foot octa. You can take that fairly easily on any location and get some beautiful lights on your subject. I think I'm doing some portraits on Thursday. I'm a little out of breath from putting that together. I think I'm doing some portraits on location on Thursday, so we might get a crack at trying this out, and I will keep you posted and I will let you know. Actually, yeah, there's one thing that I wanted to mention. I posted this picture to Instagram this morning, which has gone down very well. So if you follow me on Instagram and you like that picture, thank you for all the kind words and all the likes. It makes me feel like I'm a better person. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, go and check it out. Make sure you give it a like, give me a follow. Happy days. Got this comment on Instagram about the smart mirrors. I'm sorry, but this is sad as hell. A smart mirror, we're becoming more and more separated as time goes on. Go to a friggin' gym class if you want interactive, and don't give me time and COVID blah blah. Nice photo though, nothing against that. First of all, Devon, thanks for taking a massive turd on my Instagram account, because, you know, as a photographer, my Instagram account is ultimately my portfolio that anyone can see at any time, or it's a little glimpse into my portfolio at any time. And when I post pictures that I've done as commissions, I tag all the clients, everyone who's involved. Negative comments, regardless of whether it's your opinion or not, and I totally get that. Like, I'm sure there's stuff in the world that I'm just like, well, what's the point in that? But I'm not going to go to someone's Instagram account and basically take a massive turd on their photo, their work, their portfolio, something that I'm really pleased with. But I don't know what my point is. It's just funny, isn't it? People leaving comments like that, whether it's Instagram, Facebook or otherwise. And how do you not have the foresight to realise like the potential impact that it might have on the person you're commenting on? So I don't know what my point is. My point is, when you're on social media, just before you comment anything negative, or even if it is a valid opinion, just to have a little bit of insight into how that is going to impact the person or persons on the other side of the phone or the camera or whatever it is. Just, you know, let's spread a little bit of positivity. We don't have to agree with everything, but we can be open to the fact that not everyone agrees with us. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Maybe I should just be welcoming comments as such on my Instagram and everywhere, and just, you know, not be a snowflake or whatever. But I don't think it's been a snowflake if you just like, let's just have some nice stuff going on, please. Anyway, time to get on with the day. Welcome to Wednesday. Today we are shooting at home, so I have set about rearranging our living room. Got rid of our dining room table and everything. Got a couple of heads on stands there. Got the new Octa on a stand, and we've got our silver reflector there. So today we are shooting for my partner Helen's new fitness and well-being platform. So we're shooting all the sort of banners, thumbnails for different sections of the website, all that sort of stuff, as well as a bunch of social content, promo content, PR, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna shoot it in situ, like where she teaches her live classes and where she films her classes that will be going on the platform. Yeah, we thought about shooting it at a studio or shooting it somewhere else, but this feels more authentic. We're gonna get some beautiful bright light, and I will catch up with you guys once we've set it up. Okay, we're not quite set up yet, but I thought I would talk you guys through my setup and how I'm shooting this and the inspiration behind this shoot and how we came to decide on sort of like the themes and type of shots and colours that we're looking to get. So this is my setup. I have the Profoto B10 Plus there with the Octa, which I think I've already mentioned, and then I've got another head which I'll probably just turn around and bang into that corner and let the light spill back into the room and fill it. So this should give us a nice sort of like highlight lit look to Helen, and this other light should give the rest of the room a sort of nice airy feeling. So we're looking for clean, bright light, basically, is the setup. So the Canon R6 there with the tether block and the new tether cable that I got, and we have the Profoto app, which if you're not familiar with it, I will just give you a little demonstration. So with the Bluetooth on the light heads, these have Bluetooth on them. You can connect it to your phone and you can turn them on. You can change the color temperature. Boom, boom, boom. If you use it on a constant light, you can turn it down, turn it up. Yeah, and you can do the same with the other head. Boom. So that is super handy if you're on set, especially if you've got multiple lights and you can connect them to your Bluetooth system. You can have that beside your laptop if you're tethered or in your hand. And if one light is too bright, too high, too low, you can just change the power there. So let me talk you through the mood board and the brand and some of the stuff that I helped Helen with as she's putting together this new platform and this new brand. So basically I went onto Canva and used their templates. This is not the final stuff, it is to be changed. But the most important thing at the moment is the colour palette. We played around with a bunch of different colour palettes and kind of done some mock-ups of potential Instagram grids, and this was just a little bit of trial and error really. I just asked Helen to screenshot stuff that she liked, different platforms that she liked, and from that I just got a good feel of the prominent colours, and also took into account a little bit of her personality and the sort of stuff that she posts on social and the sort of stuff that she teaches online already. I gave her a few different options of colour palettes, and that's the one that we settled on. With that in mind, I set about mocking up a grid, like a 3x3 grid, similar to like an Instagram grid basically, and that would give a good idea of the feel that the brand could potentially have and how all these colours would work together and work well together. And this is kind of what we settled with. So I've got to say a big shout out to Lottie Murphy, and I think Sam Todd shot these. Great photographer, check out Sam's work. Lovely images. Lottie is a Pilates teacher, so a similar sort of vibe. And then sometimes I just left a sort of block of colour, of brand colour there. I couldn't really settle on an image, but that would give you an idea for an image that had, say, yellow or this sort of bluey green here that would be more prominent in the grid. And then some of this is just like screenshots of ASOS and Girlfriend Collective, different yoga teachers and wellness teachers around that we found on Instagram, and nice sort of poses. I think that lady's name is Sam, and yeah, lovely shot that she's got on her Instagram. So this sort of pose is perhaps not strictly like the practices that Helen would show in her videos, but they are of like a sort of wellness lifestyle vibe. Okay, so at that point we had an idea for the color palette, the types of images that we want to get, so it would just be a case of implementing that color palette and making sure those colors are the most prominent in our shoot. So to do that, we got a 9-foot colorama, which is in the sort of office space through the flat there. I won't get that out yet, you might see that later in the video. It's 9 foot and it's going to be a total nuisance for me to get out. So I've just interrupted Helen as she gets ready. Here she is in brand colours. Ta-da! Tell us what you're wearing, Hel.
I'm wearing, this is Girlfriend.
Let's turn towards the light
here.
Here.
Let's get some
like
better light. So these are both from Girlfriend via the Sports Edit.
Nice.
Nice fit.
Lovely, lovely colours. What else have we got
Richie,
here?
how we picked the colours? Have you already said that?
So yeah, we kind of went shopping online, and I just sat beside Helen as she was on various websites and said this colour would work, that colour would work, and we came up with a few different outfits, and as you can see, they relate to the brand colours that we showed you earlier. Okay, so we're almost set up. We'll get shooting and I will show you some of the images once we get going. Okay, here we are, mid-shoot. Hel's just having a little laptop thing whilst I set up this backdrop. All has gone well so far. Let me jump into some nice light here. So we've we're just halfway through the shoot, really. We're gonna get some images against this backdrop here. We shot some without the backdrop, so out the sort of back doors, back window there, and we did a little bit of video, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Let me show you what we've got so far. You can see it coming together nicely with some shots of different movements, some smiley ones, some shots for the more relaxed classes, some laughy sort of portrait ones. The goal for Helen was to not have anything too serious and too so it felt like it was too cool, so we needed to get like some laughy, like upbeat shots. It's now 5 PM. We've been shooting for a little while and we've had little breaks for things like I've got a shoot tomorrow, so I've had a few things to organise, and lunch and other bits and bobs. So 5 PM, we're going to shoot for maybe another hour, and yeah, I will update you guys when that is done, but for now I better get going. Okay, back to normality. Hel's just banging away on the laptop there. We've got the flat back to some sort of normality. The sunshine has disappeared since we started shooting. It's now just gone 6, and I signed up to a CrossFit class at the start of the week. I try and book into all my classes. So I signed up to a CrossFit class, a fundamentals class, so I can learn all the different like Olympic lifts and stuff. And although I don't really feel like going, I'm gonna head off and have a cheese sandwich first, as all athletes do before competing. And then when I get back, I'm going to help Hel finish off her branding that we spoke about earlier, and I'm going to prep for tomorrow's shoot. Early shoot tomorrow on the other side of London. It's like a 2-hour drive, so yeah, up nice and early. Just gone 7:20. I have just been to Tool Station to collect some steel toe cap boots and some high-vis and a helmet. I'm shooting on a work site today. We're shooting a dig for the contractor. The contractor. So we're just shooting some like internal promo stuff for their leaflets and PR and all that stuff. So yeah, not always cozy studios with athletes or glamorous locations, but yeah, should be a good one, should be interesting. I've got the usual kit with the Profoto B10 heads, and I've taken a C stand and a lighter weight stand, just depending on what sort of accessibility we've got and how much stuff I can carry across this site. However, 20 past 7, sorry, it's traffic can start to get busy around London now, so we better get on the road and try and beat that, because sometimes in the morning a journey can take 50 minutes across London and sometimes it can take a couple of hours. So let's get going and try and beat that traffic. Welcome to Friday. It's sort of mid-afternoon now as you join me. Yesterday's shoot went well. One of the more random shoots I've done shooting construction workers in a Sainsbury's car park. But there we go, so don't worry, you didn't miss out on anything too exciting and energetic. Although, you know, it's always good to mix it up and shoot different things. So this morning, rather than going to CrossFit or doing boxing, I just went for a nice long walk because last night at CrossFit we were doing like power jerks, or at least I was learning to, I'm not sure, power cleans. And yeah, just felt a little bit of a crunch in my knee. Not last night, but the day before. So I've been taking it easy for the remainder of the week. And yeah, just a nice long walk to get some exercise in. Went to Starbucks, did some emails, had some exciting inquiries about potential jobs. And it's been great working with my agent as I get these inquiries now, and we've been working together for a few weeks in situations where I might not have been comfortable quoting or invoicing for certain things. I've been able to just pass it on to my agent, and they kind of handle the fees and the sort of the money side of things, you know, with me kind of there in the background speaking to them as they speak to the client. So yeah, that's been great, and anything that I learned from them and experiences that I get through that process, hopefully I can share here on my YouTube channel. I've spent the rest of the afternoon just editing some video. I've got a few other things to do. I've got some projects to curate a little further, because working with my agent, we're going to send them out to potential clients, hopefully. So I will keep you posted on that, probably next week, early next week. So make sure you are subscribed to see more of that journey. As for now, it's getting to late afternoon. It's Friday. So that can only mean one thing. It is Papa John's. Happy times. So we're just going to sit here, enjoy this early dinner on Friday, and probably curate or make selects of Hell's shoot that we did earlier in the week. Looking good, Hell?
Not right now, but the pictures do.
The pictures, she looks great in the pictures. You've probably have seen them already. Oh yes, if you watched last week's video, you'll have seen that I was giving a talk to the students of Gray's School of Arts, which is the uni that I went to. I have received a copy of that back, so I will stick that up on YouTube. What I'll actually do, there's a link to my mailing list below. If you sign up to that, you will receive a copy of that on a private YouTube link. In the video, I just go through my story, some tips and things that I've learned along the way. So make sure you signed up to the mailer and you'll receive a copy of that. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I will see you